Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful hanging florals. They are perfect for spring decor. Everything I used is from the Dollar Tree. You only need a few things to make these work, and they're a very quick and easy DIY. So let's jump into the tutorial. To create these hanging florals, I used 3 different items. So you need some of the hanging greenery from the Dollar Tree. Now the greenery itself does not have any flowers on it at all. I saw 2 different types there. One that was like a green faded to a yellow at the tips of the leaves, and then the other one was a green faded to a white. I have mixed mine up, so I have 2 that are the green to white and one that is the green to yellow because I just thought it made an interesting look. But whatever you can find will work for this. If they're all the same, that's perfectly fine. Then you want to find 2 different florals. For me, I used the lilacs and the hydrangeas, and I only have 1 stem of each. Each stem has 5 heads on it. Make sure you count the heads before you go to the register. Sometimes they fall off. That's actually part of what makes this DIY very easy. But on average, most of the flowers that come from Dollar Tree should have 5 like flower heads to each stem. And then the stems are sort of connected at the bottom, and you can cut them off for different floral arrangements. But in general, look to make sure that you have all of the heads on your flowers so that you aren't missing out when you go to check out. And then I used some of the hanging greenery. That's what they're calling it. They're just calling it hanging greenery. I chose 3 stems of that. In total, you're looking at less than $8 for this entire arrangement of florals from the Dollar Tree. So let me show you how you turn your plain greenery into ones that have the floral buds on them. Now, truly, to create these hanging florals, you don't need anything except the flowers. You don't need scissors, you don't need glue. All you need are the flowers. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the flower heads from their stems, and then we're going to intermittently put them on the hanging greenery ends. So you're going to notice that at the ends of all of the hanging greenery, there is just a little top that looks the same as where you pulled the flower head from. You're just going to pull the flower head from its original stem and you're going to pop it onto the end of the greenery. Now the trick here to make this a nice even cascade is to vary both your flowers and also the positioning of those flowers on the hanging greenery. So you'll notice that your hanging greenery has stems that end at different positions. Here's a look at the hanging floral greenery. Now this is one piece, this is one stem, and I have used just 2 of the hydrangea heads here and 2 of the lilacs on this one. So you can make this as full as you want to. I did not have a lot of flowers left over from my previous project, so I made mine, basically just like this, and I think it came out great. You really don't need a lot. The key here is to make sure that you are kind of dispersing the flowers as they go down the greenery, and also you want to make sure that you're mixing up where your pops of color are. So another vine, let me show you. So then here's one that actually only has 2 on it. I have 1 hydrangea head and 1 lilac. And then when you start to fold these in together, they really create a nice lush look. And again, this is the 3rd one that I have, and I have more of instead of having the hydrangeas on the tips like I have with the other 2, I went ahead and swapped it up and I put the lilacs here and the hydrangeas towards the top. So again, when you start to layer them on top of one another, you have this just really full, pretty look. The colors are varying and they're cascading down from top to bottom. And then when you plop it into your vase or whatever vessel you want to put it in, you're going to have this pretty overflowing sort of look. So I'll show you again. All you're doing is popping the flower head off of the stem, and then you're going over to the hanging greenery and you're going to just push it right on top of one of those little tips. You can see them, they're harder. You won't mistake them for leaves. If you feel them, they are much firmer than the leaves, and they kind of come to a little point, and that makes it really easy to slide the flower head right on top. And that's all you have to do for this project. You don't have to glue them. They stay very well on their own. You don't have to snip anything. You don't have to cut anything unless you feel like these are hanging too much, in which case I would say bend the stems at the base, or you can cut those if you'd like to. I usually just try to bend the base of my stems if I want something shorter instead of cutting them, because I end up reusing the flowers for other projects. But you can always cut them if you'd like. And then for me, I just have this, it's actually an old hurricane lantern that I have taken the candle out of, and I went ahead and put some like river rocks at the bottom of it, and I use it as a vase. So this is a very simple project. It's very inexpensive, and it will give you a unique look that a lot of other people aren't going to have, because they don't actually sell these like that at the Dollar Tree. This is something that you can put together yourself and end up with a really beautiful faux floral that you're probably not going to find anywhere else. So that's it for this easy spring DIY hanging floral tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to visit me at dianedecor.com. I post more DIY projects over there. I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.